Hey everybody, I'm Lorelai from Lorelita Design, and what I want to do is kind of show you guys how to use this email template by Fashion Revolution, asking different brands how sustainable they are and what is their production value, and do they pay their workers well, and do they care about our environment, and if they do, like where is their manufacturers located, and how are they producing all of these clothes? Because one of the number one issues, not only like how clothes are produced, but the amount of clothes that's produced. I need to plug my computer in so it doesn't die. So like I said, both of these templates are by Fashion Revolution. They're doing great stuff right now. So I'm gonna read this template to you guys aloud. Dear whichever brand you choose, the fashion industry is exploitive and dirty. There are more people working in conditions of slavery today than at any other time in history, and the fashion industry is the second highest sector at risk of modern slavery. From an environmental perspective, the clothing industry is a huge contributor to carbon emissions. Clothing production pollutes waterways, destroys ecosystems, and sends a truckload of clothing and textiles to be landfilled or incinerated every single second. I want the people who make the clothes I wear to have decent jobs, to be able to access their fundamental human rights, and to earn a living wage, no matter where in the world they live. I want the clothing industry to use resources in a sustainable manner and take responsibility for the waste it creates. The government should implement regulation to ensure all companies are responsible for the impact they have on lives of the people working in their supply chains at home and abroad. What are you doing to address this? Sincerely, your name, and whatever else you want to include, contact details, zip code, whatever. So that's number one, which focuses a lot on human rights, workers' rights, which is super important. You have all these women in Bangladesh working their fucking asses off to make the clothes you wear. You do realize all clothes are handmade. Every single thing you wear is homemade by somebody. Okay, the second template, this would be to a brand that you love. So I'm gonna be doing this to a lot of brands that I used to shop, but I don't. Oh, and another thing is H&M used to be horrible, like waste, but right now they are trying to follow more sustainable rules. They are trying to like upcycled pieces. They do have their clothing recycled. Levi's used to be like horrible because they made jeans all the time, right? Cotton, what does cotton take? It takes water, like lots and lots of water to make one pair of jeans. But Levi's is also trying to do better to improve, and that's what we want from these companies. We want them to do better, to know that we see that they're fucking up. We want more clarity in the fashion industry. So the second template, dear whichever brand you choose, I am your customer and I love your style. However, I feel not enough positive change has happened since Rana Plaza collapsed. The tragedy which killed and injured thousands of garment workers in Bangladesh. See, that's what I'm telling y'all, the people in Bangladesh. If you haven't heard of it, Rana Plaza was some crazy ass shit that went down. You should look it up. It is very important to me that people working in your supply chain are seen, heard, paid properly, and working in safe conditions. I'm sorry. So please tell me, hashtag who made my clothes and where I can find out more information about your supply chain. Sincerely, your name and your email. Okay, so one thing I do like about this template is that you're coming from a place of you really like this brand and you really just want change, and that's the key thing with like this fashion revolution and environmentalism, is that you don't want to guilt or blame people, because humans have been doing this to the planet for a long time. Some people don't even know that the fashion industry is as bad as it is. So you want to kind of come from a place of not blame or guilt, but rather from a place of, okay, I as a customer want change. I as a customer want visibility in the fashion industry. I want to make it happen, because as a consumer you have a lot of power in what you purchase and companies that you support with your money. Money is like your strongest protest, like way of protest, I would say, and how you spend your money and what companies that you actually support. I'm gonna put these on my website, lorelita.com. These two templates that I read you guys. I'm also gonna make another template that talks or asks a little bit about chemical management. Okay, so I'm gonna send these out to a couple different companies, and then I'm gonna come back and let y'all know what they told me. Hey guys, so I'm back with the responses. So, for DollsKill, I sent them the Rana Plaza one. Their response was, "We are really close with all of the brands that we sell and go out of our way to seek out the newest and coolest small brands. A majority of them are located within the US, which houses strict laws against sweatshops and unfair labor. And we confirm that any vendors located elsewhere adhere to ethical labor laws too. Hope that helps, babe." So, that's pretty good. I mean, in terms of labor laws and worker equality, DollsKill seems to be up to date on that. I did follow up with some information about how the fashion industry has negatively impacted our environment and how the increase of clothing production creates a tons of water and land pollution. And I asked them how they incorporated the sustainable development goals into the manufacturing methods. They never responded. And it's been months. So, okay. Fashion Nova, of course, never responded to the first email. I mean, I already knew Fashion Nova doesn't care about their customers, but it was worth a shot, right? Savage Fenty, they kind of just, I found their email online and I sent them about how, you know what I already told y'all, the sustainable development goals and stuff. And they just said, "This is an address for accessibility related questions and requests only. Please contact customer service for other inquiries." And then they gave me like a phone number. Those phone numbers aren't even for Savage Fenty. It says Just Fab, a phone number, Fabletics, Shoe Dazzle, Fab Kids. Oh, okay, here we go. And Savage Fenty phone number. So obviously I haven't done that. So if y'all want to take the chance to call Savage Fenty and ask them about that, that will be live. But I don't know if any live chat customer service is gonna know that much about Savage Fenty. Not sure. The best response, King Custom. So they're the ones that I work with, and I'll probably continue making some of my clothes from them. Of course, I work with like upcycling textiles, but when it comes to printing and using well-resourced fabrics, I go with King Custom. I sent them a long email, and it was more personal because I told them I was a customer. And here's some of the insights that they gave me. Kin Custom owns and operates their own manufacturing centers. This gives us full control on production working conditions. Our supplier base for apparel is OEKOTEX certified. The association created and administers the Global Standard 100, which certifies that textile production are tested to be free from harmful levels of more than 300 dangerous chemicals like pesticides, carcinogenic dye stuffs, lead, other things I can't pronounce. The Standard 100 OEKOTEX is a worldwide, consistent, independent testing and certification system for raw, semi-finished, and finished textile products. As you can see, King Custom does care about what their materials are. So when they say they're sustainably sourced, what they mean is that they're making sure not to use chemical-based materials. They use materials that are probably biodegradable and ethical. They also give me a link to their ethical approach webpage that talks about their certified materials and use recycled packaging. So that is a bonus, and I would recommend Kin Custom if you can't hand make your own clothing all the time. There you have it. If you feel motivated to go on my website and check out the template so you can send out your own emails and get your own responses, that would be awesome. Spread the word about fashion pollution and working conditions in other countries. Thank you, Lorelita.